There's nothing more joyous than the birth of a beautiful, healthy baby. Expectant mothers and women trying to get pregnant want more than anything to have that healthy, happy baby. And diet plays a big part in that outcome. Please share this video because so many don't know. In today's video, we'll be talking about keto while pregnant or breastfeeding. The diets that a dietitian or doctor might recommend to an expectant mother would probably include lots of whole grain, fruit, and fruit juices. The problem is, there's no meaningful research showing that these diets are safe in pregnancy. So we are left searching the research and our human past to discover the best way of eating in pregnancy. You see, there are certain nutrients that a developing baby needs. These nutrients are essential and the newborn will suffer if these are not included in a mother's diet. Now, there's very little research done on keto while pregnant. There are studies done on mice, but these mice were fed synthetic fats and vegetable oils and not what is recommended to eat on keto diet at all. So those study results are quite irrelevant. And since there's not much research done for any diet on pregnancy, so let's move on to the common sense part of decision making. Now, babies' brains are made of cholesterols and fats and some proteins, but not carbs. The heart and the brain are formed very early on in the process. Other cultures and diets hundreds of years ago fed their pregnant women lots of healthy fats. Now, there are 4 vitamins that are considered fat soluble and that a baby needs for proper development. These are vitamin A, D, E, and K. So if the fats that you are consuming while pregnant are canola oil, corn oil, margarine, or any other processed oils, then you're not getting any of those vitamins whatsoever. For a baby's brain and heart to develop properly, it needs those fat-soluble vitamins, and you can get them from pastured butter, pastured eggs, pastured meat, and animal bone broth. You certainly are not going to get them from a bottle of processed vegetable oil. You see, keto diet is nutrient-dense diet filled with healthy fats and a lot of fresh veggies. Now, before I share a real-life case study with you, please take a moment to like, subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell icon to be notified about whenever a new keto video is uploaded. Okay, so it's time to meet Carolina Cartier. She discovered she was pregnant with twins in March 2017. And she never questioned whether she would continue eating a ketogenic diet. You see, Carolina was plagued by metabolic issues literally all her life. Precocious puberty at age 3, polycystic ovarian syndrome, PCOS by age 14, weight gain of 320 pounds on her 6-foot frame, and pre-diabetes by her 20s. Her PCOS caused her ovaries to be enlarged and covered in cysts. She was told she was infertile and likely never able to have children. In August 2015, aged 28, her health was so poor that she went on medical disability from her job as a financial analyst. That first month off, however, she discovered and adopted the ketogenic diet. Between summer of 2014 and February 2017, she lost 120 pounds, experienced her first ever natural menstrual period that gradually established into a regular 28-day cycle. Her blood sugar normalized and her ovaries reduced to 3.5 centimeters size. Her long-standing depression lifted. On top of that, her positive pregnancy test in March 2017 was a happy surprise, as was the news soon after that she was carrying healthy twins. When asked about eating keto while pregnant, she simply said, "My life is transformed. Why would I even consider abandoning this way of eating when all of my positive health changes and my pregnancy I owe to this diet?" We're happy to report that Carolina has since given birth to 2 beautiful and healthy twins. Now, Dr. Michael Fox, a fertility specialist at the Jacksonville Center for Reproductive Medicine, says it is completely safe for women to be eating a keto diet in pregnancy. Women in ancient times certainly ate a keto way during pregnancy. Dr. Fox has not only been recommending a low-carb ketogenic diet for 17 years to his infertile patients, but also to all his patients who become pregnant. He has now had hundreds of patients who were completely keto while pregnant without any untoward effects. He recommends women start the diet 2 to 3 months before trying to conceive so that the mom is fat adapted before entering pregnancy. He advises that once pregnant, the mother enjoy frequent low-carb, high-fat eating every 2 hours from the time she wakes up with no fasting. He provides a dietary handout of meal and snacking foods that lists items such as cream cheese or unsweetened nut butters on vegetables like celery, cucumber or cauliflower, as well as nuts, egg in all forms, meats, canned and fresh fish, cheeses, avocado, unflavored pork rinds, butter and full-fat cream. In his experience, eating this way decreases the rates of miscarriage, preeclampsia, gestational diabetes and morning sickness. He says nausea is a reactive hypoglycemic reaction to the dramatically increased insulin resistance caused by pregnancy hormones. Lastly, Carolina Cardier, whose case study we just shared with you, suggests that if you want to tell your doctor about how you have chosen to eat while pregnant, then just don't say keto. It makes them scared. Say you're eliminating sugar and processed starchy foods. No doctor is going to give you a daily sugar requirement. Now that was a very brief, more of a common sense lowdown on keto while pregnant or breastfeeding. But before you go, I'd like to give you my free 10-part video series on keto for women, plus some gooey bonuses too. The link for which you can find it on the screen and in the description below. Until then, happy ketoing.